This video is my acne story. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today. Today I'm gonna go through my acne story. I struggled with acne for 7 years. 7 years. I have been acne free for 3 years. Okay, so acne has been a huge part of my journey, a huge part of my life, whether I like it or not. It's been my biggest struggle. It was my longest struggle. I mean, my skin's not perfect, but we've come a long way. Let's just put it that way. So when did it start? So we'll go into the early years, like high school, junior high. I never broke out ever. I never had acne. I never had a zit. I remember always having kind of like oily skin, but I never broke out. I never had any skin issues. No biggie. Moving on. After high school, I met my husband. We would drink, we'd go out, we'd have fun. I would never really wash my face regularly, and you know, we're not eating healthy and we're young. So that's kind of when I started like breaking out and having like smaller whiteheady type bumps on my chin area. And I honestly never cared. Like I was super young. I was probably like 19, and I never really cared ever that I had a zit. I never covered it up. I would take pictures, like, you know, like it did not bother me. Never cared at all. That was just like something that it didn't bother me. 2005 to 2008, I had like amazing skin. Would never break out. I was really into like anti-aging fun like devices, and I would have a lot of fun with my skin. Like I'd be able to do a lot of things that I could try out and see what worked for me as far as like tightening and stuff. So I really enjoyed all different types of skincare and all that, and never would break out, never had any issues, never stressed about it. It was pretty awesome, actually. 2008 to 2011, I started to break out a little bit. I would always have kind of like a cystic pimple, like just one. Like it would always be on my chin, and it would be like right here, and then it would be like right here. And then I have one here, and then I'd have one here. And then I'd have one, and it would just be like back and forth all the time for like ever. And I would never just like not have a zit. And I hated it. It would bother me all the time. I would go to work and I would think everybody's staring at it, and I would try to extract it, and I would, you know, do whatever it takes to speed my pimple as quick as possible. So that was the beginning of my acne issue. 2014 to 2016, my acne got a lot worse. We're moving up into this area, which is the cheeks, and the cheek area for cis is it's like a completely different ball game. If you have acne, you totally know what I'm talking about. Like they're so much worse. They're like way more painful, and they come with some major scars, you guys. Like these scars were just like the king of all scars, and the zits were the king of all zits. Like they would last forever. Like I remember I'd write down in a book how long some of these pimples would last, and they'd last like over a month. Like I would have a cyst on my skin for a month straight. It was torture. So the cyst would migrate now, you know, like I said, in this area. I'd have some on my temples. I'd have some in this area. I'd even get them kind of like on my nose. And I was really like, this was when it was like, okay, this is like a serious problem. Like something's going on, and this isn't just like, okay, hormonal acne, like they'll go away. Like this was getting into like, I'm dealing with something here, and it was really stressful. I really feel like I lost all control at this point, and honestly, like it was the pain. Like they were really painful. Even talking sometimes, I could feel them the whole time when I'm working and stuff, and it would just hurt the whole time. And like just kind of, it's not just the pain, but it just like reminds you that you've got this huge zit on your face. So I basically did chemical peels, hypodermic abrasion, lasers, facials with lots of extractions, acupuncture. They hook up like a pin to the pimple, and then they use like the vibrating like a TENS machine to whatever, zap it basically. Blue light treatments, microneedling. I went on lots of like herb therapy, liver detoxes. The herbal treatments and the herbal supplements that I was taking was working. Once I would get off of all of that, the acne would just come back. I would take pure chlorophyll shots all day because it would like clean your system and stuff. I felt really good. I felt really healthy. But the second that I would not do it anymore, my acne would come back. I also went tanning. I would lay farther down the tanning bed so I wouldn't get the facial tanning area. I'd get the body tanning area, and I'd make sure that the body area is on my face because I felt like that was a stronger part and that would help cure my acne. Crazy, right? I was a part of a acne study. It was acne medication. It wasn't Accutane, but they said it was like lighter than Accutane, but it still had a lot of side effects. I wasn't allowed to have children for 2 years after taking these pills. Yeah, I remember my pee was like weird colors. I had mood swings. They would constantly track my progress. And then when I was done, they would give me free IPL treatments for the scars, and I didn't even end up doing them. So pills did actually work while I was taking them. But when I was done taking them, the acne came back. Face steaming. I would be so harsh on my skin. I would use sea salt, lemon. Just so bad. So bad. You shouldn't treat your skin like that. Okay, this is not family friendly. Then comes the really kind of like extreme measures. This is very not PG, but I read somewhere that is good for acne, and I obtained it and I used it. No, it does not work. So don't try that. I also resorted to getting cortisone injections. So they would basically inject it right into the cyst in order to take the swelling down. As I would have this cyst for like ever, or if I feel like a cyst is coming, I would go in there and they would inject it with cortisone and it would just go down and it would be like the zit's gone. And that was like life-saving to me. But like all the other things that I was doing, is the side effects were not outweighing the benefits. And first of all, what the hell is cortisone? You know, you're pumping, you know, God knows what into your body. Secondly, is cortisone is very effective in taking away all the inflammation, including all the collagen and everything around wherever you inject it. So basically, I was getting it injected into the zit, but it would suck everything away. So I would be left with like extreme dimples and like really crazy like dimples all over my face, like almost like sunken in. And I still actually have, like, this is one of them. Like, these are kind of like, they're like dimples from the injections. So it would take so long to even start plumping up just a little bit. And thankfully, I was younger when I was doing this. So, you know, my skin was able to kind of repair itself better than I feel than if I was a little bit older. But those were the measures that I was getting into, guys. And now, you know, in my journey, I would never do something like that. Looking back, I just feel like it's like, seriously, I cared that much about acne. But anyone who is dealing with acne, definitely understand where you're coming from, and it is super frustrating. So as my acne was getting worse, I was super confused because I was eating really healthy. So I thought, you know, I was eating all organic. I was doing all sorts of like superfoods, smoothie, veggies, organic, everything. I tried like no oil. I thought maybe oil was the culprit. No peanut butter, no nuts, gluten. Gluten-free did actually work a little bit. Vitamins through the roof, like a vitamin for everything. I tried every single product imaginable. And one of the most important things was I stressed a lot about my acne. And it's so hard not to. If you have acne, you definitely understand, like, you stress about it all day, every day. Yeah, those cortisone injections were pretty crazy. And you know what's really weird? Alberta healthcare covered that, hey? Yeah. What's that skincare called again? How it made me feel. I was so embarrassed, ugly, I don't have it together, thought that I wasn't healthy. It absolutely killed my self-esteem. It was extremely isolating. It was really hard on my husband because he was kind of the only person I'd really talk to about it, and I would just like unleash my stress to him about my acne. I feel like it affected my job a lot, not being able to, you know, face people when I had like full-blown acne or deal with customers enough. I feel like I just wanted to hide in my office sometimes when my acne was really bad. So that definitely affected me a lot. At one point I remember getting a facial, and my facial lady was like, what are your goals? And I'm like, and this is when I had like full-blown acne, and I'm like, I just want to one day not have to wear any makeup. I just want to have like, be able to have like a fresh face and like be comfortable not wearing any makeup. And she looked at my skin and she's like, I don't think that's gonna happen for you. I remember her saying that, and I was so discouraged, and I was in the middle of this acne breakout craziness. My scars were so bad, so dark. It was horrible. And to come full circle now to like fully healed, it just makes me feel like no matter what people tell you, you can do this. Like you can really get this done. You can really heal yourself. And I hope you can, you know, I don't hope you can relate. Like I hope you don't have acne, because acne sucks. Completely freaking sucks. That's my story, you guys, and stay tuned for my next video where I dive deep into how I cured my acne and also the ways that I actually healed my skin. Subscribe so that when that video comes out, you are notified, where we dive deep into exactly what cured my skin. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.